You know, you're not really a true Hoyoverse player until you've mastered these 3 essential skills. Inventing the most ridiculous pulling ritual known to man, accepting that your artifact rolls are never gonna improve, and convincing yourself to skip that mortgage payment because Bernice's banner only has 7 days left. But don't worry, today we're diving into something far less stressful, picking your free 5-star after 300 signals in Zenless Zone Zero. If you're from Honkai Star Rail, you probably know exactly what's coming, and if you're from Genshin, well, congratulations on getting your 5-star selector after 4 years. Today, I'll be breaking down all 6 of these agents to help you figure out who's the best choice for your future account. If this video ends up helping you out, don't forget to drop a like down below. It's completely free and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. Now, with formalities out of the way, let's talk games. So before we dive into agents, let me throw out a little disclaimer, because my demons are still telling me waifu over meta in the comments. So listen up, if account value, meta, or optimization doesn't matter to you, pull for whoever you want. Zenless has always been about having fun first and foremost. If you want 7 copies of the maid with the big, ginormous personality, then go for it. But I'm a nerd, so here we go. Starting from left to right on the banner, the first agent I want to talk about is Grace. Grace is an electric anomaly agent from Belobog Industries who excels at applying electric anomalies with her EX special attacks. Her additional ability, Tech Support, allows her to keep shock status on her enemies consistently. She pairs best with other electric agents, especially Rina and Anton. Rina boosts her penetration ratio, and Anton deals additional shock damage while enemies are already shocked. As we've started to progress in Zenless, it's been quite clear that we're moving into an anomaly-focused meta, with characters like Jane, Bernice, and soon, Yanagi. So if you're considering hopping onto the anomaly bandwagon, Grace could honestly be a solid pick. That said, if Yanagi is on your radar, you might want to hold off. Both Grace and Yanagi share the same class and elemental attribute, so investing in both could be a little bit redundant. Grace's Mindscapes are worth mentioning though if you already have her. Her M1 provides energy to teammates, encouraging her to take the field more often, and her M2 shreds both electric res and electric anomaly buildup res by 8.5%, giving her an extra edge in battle. Next up, we've got Rina, an electric support from Victoria Housekeeping. As I mentioned earlier, Rina provides support by boosting the team's penetration ratio. She can boost penetration ratio up to 30% when she launches her 2 ghosts on field. Her additional ability also extends shock by 3 seconds, which is a huge bonus for electric anomaly characters like Grace and Yanagi. On top of that, she also boosts electric damage for all allies by 10%. In my personal opinion, I think Rina is a great choice, especially with us being sandwiched between 2 anomaly agent banners, that being Bernice and Yanagi. As we've started to see over the course of Zenless, the devs have a habit of releasing S-rank agents alongside their best partner. So I'm betting Bernice and Yanagi will be a disgusting combo when they release. Rina could be that final slot on the team, extending Yanagi's shock duration even longer. The only downside to Rina though, is that her pen ratio buff only lasts around 6 to 7 seconds, so you'll have to keep switching her in frequently to keep it up. Her Mindscape 1 does help this by extending her ghost duration and increasing her core passive bonus. Her M2 is a nice bonus, but M1 is definitely the real deal if you're thinking about a duplicate. Now moving on, we have Kaleda, and oh no. Kaleda is a fire stunner and the leader of Belobog Industries, specializing in stunning enemies quickly with her EX special attack and boosting ally damage through chain attacks. Among the stunners and defensive agents, Kaleda is arguably the best for stunning enemies fast. Her additional ability limits her best partners to Belobog agents or same attribute fire agents, and I've personally found her to shine most in fire focused teams. I found the most success pairing her with Soldier 11 and Lucy, but you aren't stuck with just these 2 teammates. Now, I personally like Kaleda a lot, but if I had to be 100% honest, there are definitely stronger options right now. With the release of Ching Yi, Caesar King, and Lighter around the corner, Kaleda's priority is definitely on the lower end. Plus, with the growing number of DPS agents, we're probably going to see a new limited S-rank support in the future. Also, one major drawback is that Kaleda's strength, stunning with her EX special, is also her biggest weakness. Outside of her EX special, her normal attack string isn't as effective, which makes her feel inconsistent in longer battles. Her M2 though, recovers 60 energy every 45 seconds after her EX special, which is pretty pricey, but a helpful upgrade if you are invested. Now, let's talk about Nekomata. She's a physical attack agent from the Cunning Hair Squad, and plays similarly to Jane. Nekomata loves field time and excels in countering enemy attacks with dodges, which boosts her damage. Her additional ability also increases her personal damage whenever a team member triggers assault, making her a strong partner for physical focused characters like Caesar King. Her best partners are Caesar King or a full Cunning Hair Squad, since the physical roster in Zenless is mostly DPS focused. Unfortunately, Caesar King just had her banner before Bernice, so if you weren't able to pick her up, you are missing out on Nekomata's biggest support. You could opt to use Nekomata with other physical agents, but the field time competition makes it tough for her to shine in these team compositions. Her M1 is worth noting though, as it boosts her power significantly by letting her ignore 16% of enemies' physical res with back attacks. If they're stunned, however, that's even better, because then all her attacks count as back attacks. Next up, we have Soldier 11, and man, I hate that I promised to stay unbiased in this video. Soldier 11 is a fire attack agent from the Obol squad. She deals most of her damage through her fire suppression mode, which you can activate by timing attacks, using her EX special, chain attack, or ultimate. Her additional ability only activates with fire agents and faction members, but Obol squad is a bit of a solo act right now. Her best friend though is no doubt Lucy. Pairing Soldier 11, Lucy, and Caesar King allows them to take full advantage of her additional ability. Until more support or squad members come out though, Soldier 11's potential is mostly locked behind specific fire teams. I found her M2 to be the most useful, which increases her fire suppression damage. Her M1 provides free energy, which is nice, but I haven't encountered any energy issues during her rotations. And finally, we've got Lycon, an ice stunner from Victoria Housekeeping. He supports the team by stunning enemies consistently and lowering their ice damage res by 25%. His additional ability, Elegant Predator, activates with ice agents or his faction, making Ellen Joe and Sokaku his best teammates. Lycan was the top stun agent when he first dropped, but with the addition of Ching Yi and Caesar, he's definitely become a bit more niche. Still, I think he'll be a strong staple in future ice teams, especially if we see new ice agents come out like Miyabi. But if the rumors are true, Lighter might bring upgrades to both ice and fire teams next patch. If you do plan on pulling Lighter, Lycon may not be the best choice, unless you're really dedicated to building an ice exclusive team. His M1 increases EX special days by 22%, which isn't huge, but it is worth noting if you've already invested into Lycon. So, each of these agents brings a unique playstyle to the table, and the best choice really comes down to who you resonate with more. Whether you're looking for raw power, solid support, or just a fun new addition to your team, any of these picks can make a difference on your account. So, it's important to think about your goals, your roster, and maybe even what kind of challenge you're excited to take on. But yeah, I think that's enough yapping out of me. But I'm curious. What about you? Which agent are you picking for your standard 300? Are you picking someone you don't have yet? Or are you going for additional Mindscape copies? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. It's completely free and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. Until next time though, happy gaming, and may your pulls be ever in your favor.